Good evening, everyone. I'm Keisha Marie Charles, and this is your I.A.N. News. In the headlines, Homeland Security Minister says Africans becoming an endangered species. Court approves unexplained wealth order against the PNM. And sister of murder victim calls for justice.
And more medals roll in for TNT. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more in this podcast.
In our top story tonight, Minister of Homeland Security Roger Alexander believes Afro-Trinbagonians are still mentally enslaved and is urging the local Afro-Trinidadian community to be more intentional about their progress and mindset. He said the statement while delivering his African Emancipation Day message on social media. Salim Bantilal has more.
On Friday, Homeland Security Minister Roger Alexander made the stark observation that Africans have become, quote, an endangered species, end quote, arguing that the greatest threat facing the community comes not from external forces, but from violence and destruction within its own ranks. Alexander said true emancipation is about more than remembering the past.
I know some of us will not be impressed with what I say, because most African males do not have the testicular fortitude to say it. We are endangered species. Not just young men, but Africans on a whole, whether we like it or not. And who is doing all of this? We are doing it to each other.
He questioned whether enough is being done to prepare young Africans to become productive members of society.
What are we doing differently change the hearts and minds of our people, to richly educate them, prepare young men to be adults, to be fathers, and women to be able to manage their career and their family at the same time? What are we doing?
The Homeland Security Minister also expressed concern that many communities remain affected by crime, drugs, and gang violence, trapping generations of young people in cycles of violence and hopelessness. He reflected on a recent conversation he had with a 30-year-old man who was first 20 years old when they spoke.
He didn't come from humble beginnings, but he ended up in a situation where drugs and chaos and gang warfare took him. And now he's just wandering about the place, but he has a job. What are we doing for our people, other than encouraging them to do everything that is wrong and that society would not accept?
The minister concluded by encouraging Trinidad and Tobago to redefine the meaning of emancipation through unity, stronger families, and safer communities, challenging citizens to reflect on the question, what does emancipation really mean to you? Celine Bansilal, I.A.N. News.
The High Court has released its detailed reasons for granting a preliminary unexplained wealth order against the People's National Movement after attorneys representing the party requested an explanation for the court's earlier decisions. More in this report.
In a 23-page judgment delivered on Friday, July 31st, Justice Margaret Mohammed explained why she was satisfied that the legal threshold had been met to issue the order sought by the police service. The proceedings stem from an ex parte application filed on July 10th by Assistant Superintendent of Police Ramdat Philip, head of the TTPS's legal department, acting under delegated authority from Commissioner of Police Alistair Guevaro, pursuant to the Civil Asset Recovery and Management and Unexplained Wealth Act 2019. The respondents are listed as the trustees of the People's National Movement and the People's National Movement represented by its General Secretary. The judge noted that on July 27th, attorneys representing the second respondent requested the court's reasons for both the July 10th order granting the preliminary unexplained wealth order and a subsequent July 17th order permitting substituted service of court documents. Justice Mohammed stressed that, at this stage, the court was not determining guilt or making findings that any offense had been committed. Rather, the issue before the court was whether investigators had established reasonable grounds for suspicion, the legal test required under the legislation. In her ruling, she said the affidavit presented by ASP Phillip provided sufficient material for the court to conclude there were reasonable grounds to suspect that the respondents' total wealth exceeded their lawfully obtained wealth and that some of the property under investigation may have been obtained through alleged offences of bribery or corruption. The judge also relied on guidance from the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council in the 2026 case of Richard Taylor versus Natalie Spring, which clarified that reasonable suspicion is a lower legal threshold than reasonable belief. According to the judgment, investigators questioned the funding behind the construction of the PNM's new Balizé House building and the refurbishment of the party's existing headquarters. The affidavit alleged that while the PNM publicly stated the project was financed through fundraising initiatives, including raffles, donations, buy-a-brick campaigns, and party contributions, police believe the construction costs were substantially higher than publicly disclosed. The affidavit further alleged there were reasonable grounds to suspect that some construction costs were paid or subsidized by third parties and that some of those entities later received government contracts while the PNM was in office. Justice Mohammed emphasized that these allegations formed part of the basis for the police's reasonable suspicion and were not findings of fact by the court. The judge also noted that the legislation requires only reasonable suspicion at this preliminary stage and does not require proof that the respondents themselves committed a specified offense.
Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar is urging Trinidad and Tobago to reject racial division, saying the country can only move forward through unity. Speaking at an African Emancipation Day celebrated hosted by the Office of the Prime Minister on Thursday, Persad-Bissessar paid tribute to the resilience of enslaved Africans and their lasting contribution to the nation. We have more.
Mr. Kamala Persad-Bissessar described African emancipation as the foundation of modern Trinidad and Tobago, saying it paved the way for every community to help build the country. The Prime Minister said the descendants of enslaved Africans have made lasting contributions to public service, education, business, sport, literature, music, and the arts. Persad-Bissessar also reflected on the country's political climate, revealing she had recently been subjected to racist remarks. She said her greater concern was the growing use of divisive language in public life. The Prime Minister urged citizens to reject the chains of prejudice, hatred, ignorance, and fear, saying words have the power to divide or unite a nation. She also reaffirmed that her government would serve every citizen equally and pledged to expand public education and outreach around African emancipation through the Office of the Prime Minister. Persad-Bissessar, whose ancestors came to Trinidad as Indian indentured laborers, said they arrived in a country already transformed by the struggle and triumph of formerly enslaved Africans. She said every community has since helped shape the nation, adding, quote, "Our journeys began differently, but our destiny became one. That is the enduring legacy of emancipation," end quote. African Emancipation Day will be observed with a public holiday on Saturday.
In other news, the offices of the San Juan Laventil Regional Corporation can remain at MTS Plaza in Aranguez for now. That's the word from Minister of Local Government, Khadija Amin, who says a new lease is being renegotiated. Melissa Wong has more in this report.
2 days after the opposition claimed that the San Juan Laventil Regional Corporation may be homeless on Friday, Minister of Local Government, Khadija Amin, says this is no longer the case. Providing some background on the matter, Minister Amin says the corporation had a lease with the National Maintenance Training and Security Company Limited at MTS Plaza, which in 2021 under the PNM had expired. Minister Amin says the PNM back then left its own corporation homeless and still paying rent without a formal arrangement. When the new MTS management was installed, the corporation, along with other occupants in the building, was served with eviction notice, but through her intervention, was given an extension.
They did come with a proposal to move into another building on El Socorro Road, which I took to Cabinet, and our approach has been to have discussions with MTS because to move them would be disruptive. Ideally, because they have been there for so many years, over 20 years, ideally they should stay there because the public is accustomed to being serviced there. There are no issues with the building itself and the accommodation, and therefore I have reached out to the chairman and CEO of MTS and I have spoken to the chairman of the corporation, and my PS and I are working on renewing this agreement or renegotiating this lease.
The minister says she has been keeping in contact with the chairman of the San Juan Laventil Regional Corporation, and as far as she is aware, the corporation's danger of facing homelessness is no longer an issue.
MTS has been very gracious to San Juan Laventil for all those years operating without a lease, and we are moving now to do the right thing, to correct a wrong. And it was really in poor taste that the former minister did not seek to renew that lease that expired under the PNM in 2021. But we are fixing it, and I'm very happy for that. Once talks go well, the corporation will be able to stay there. But there is no issue if they have to move or if they have to stay. So when we have made a firm decision, we will inform the public.
Minister I.A.N assures there's no politics in this matter and her ministry is fixing what the opposition PNM left undone. Melissa Wong, I.A.N News.
The Ministry of Transport and Civil Aviation is urging members of the public to disregard what it describes as inaccurate and misleading information circulating on social media regarding the online payment of fixed penalty notices. In a media release issued on Friday, the ministry warned that relying on unofficial sources could create unnecessary confusion and concern. It advised the public to rely only on its official communications for accurate information and updates on matters under its responsibility. It also noted that anyone seeking information about the payment of fixed penalty notices or the status of their records can contact the Traffic Enforcement Center unit. The ministry says it remains committed to providing the public with accurate, timely and reliable information and encourages citizens to verify information through official channels before acting on reports shared online. In other news, the Ministry of the People and Social Development has announced that from next month, new beneficiaries of several grants, including the Senior Citizens Pension, will receive their welfare payment through the bank. The ministry in a public advisory says all individuals approved effective August 1, 2026 as new beneficiaries of the Senior Citizens Pension, Public Assistance Grant, General Assistance Grant and Disability Assistance Grant will receive payments through their personal bank accounts via direct deposit. The ministry states this transition forms one feature of its ongoing re-engineering process to modernize social service delivery, improve the overall efficiency of grant payments, and enhance the security and protection of recipients' benefits. We now take a quick break. More news ahead when we return.
We'll be right back.
Every weekday at 7 p.m., the news goes live on the I.A.N network. Watch us on our available providers with more coming soon. Also available on YouTube and Facebook. The news you have been waiting for is now here.
Mega month end deals now on at Passad's The Food King. Stock up and save big on Cataly Tomato Ketchup 750 ml. Get 4 packs for only $20. Clorox Bleach 2 liters now $20. Coca-Cola 591 ml. Get 5 bottles for only $20. Fresh Harvest Peas and Carrots. Get 4 tins for only $20. Green Butterfly Evaporated Milk 250 ml. Get 3 packs for $20. Golden Brand Margarine. Get 4 sticks for only $20. Cold Soft Drink 2 liters. Get 3 bottles for only $20. Cataly Pasta Cuts. Get 5 packs for just $20. Matook's Peanut Butter 250 grams. 2 tubs now $20. Don't miss these mega month-end deals at Passad's The Food King. Sale end August 5th, 2026 or while stocks last.
Passad, quality value, that's our way. The real Passad's, we're here to stay. The Food King Passad's.
Introducing the new Stamina Energy flavor, Strawberry Lemonade. Powered by a caffeine energy blend of guarana and green tea. Plus, B vitamins that support metabolism. And best of all, it's only 5 calories. Full flavor, natural energy.
Do you have a business that you want people to know about? Imagine placing your brand in front of an audience that's already engaged and locked in. With over 154 million views monthly across YouTube and Facebook, and over 5 million views daily on both platforms, based on official analytics. Now we're bringing that same audience to I.A.N. News. If they've seen your products on the Ian Show, imagine the impact when they see them on the news. Reserve your spot in the news and book your monthly packages now.
At Extra Foods, we care for you. That's why we offer you the widest variety at the best prices. Clean, spacious surroundings. Friendly professional service because we care. And remember, we're the home of Plenty for 20 savings, giveaways and samplings. Plus, we're open all day Sunday just for you. And we've got you covered with basement parking for over 200 cars for your convenience. Because our customers are our priority. Let us care for you. Extra Foods. Always extra for less.
Welcome to eFix Investments Limited, your one-stop destination for all your home essentials. Transform your bathroom with our exquisite range of showers, enclosures, luxury bathtubs, modern toilets, faucets, ceramic sinks, and vanities. Enhance your kitchen with our stainless steel sinks. Our extensive selection includes bath, kitchen accessories, as well as security doors. Visit our showroom today at Southern Main Road, Homeland Gardens, Cunupia, and let your dream home become a reality. Call us at 665-2282 or 671-2282. eFix Investments Limited, your home, your style, our passion.
Fair and Square, conveniently located near the Endeavour Chaguanas flyover. Shop now for all back-to-school and vacation essentials. We carry the widest variety at the best prices. Discover incredible value and a shopping experience that's fast, easy, and affordable. Fair and Square, your one-stop shop for all your household needs with safe and convenient parking. Any and everything all under one roof.
We're back with the news on the I.A.N. network.
Welcome back, everyone. The men on the ground, the scrap iron dealers and out-of-job steel workers agreed that the government's MOU with Pinnacle Steel and Vanadium Corporation bodes well for them individually and the wider community. Earlier this week, the government formally announced a US $50 million investment in the restructured mill, which it says is expected to rise to US $150 million with projected annual revenues of US $1.5 billion. More in this report.
According to a memorandum of understanding between the government and Pinnacle Steel and Vanadium, the mill will purchase all locally generated scrap iron and 1.1 million discarded tires annually, creating a new market for waste materials while cleaning up the country.
We welcome it. We welcome the mill reopening back up. We understand who is the new players also too. So we have absolutely no problem with the new mill. I think this is something that we welcome, and what it will do for us is that it will also do more. We will able to do more business and more volume as scrap, because we didn't have to depend on containers leaving Trinidad, and the slow pace that we had to depend on scrap inspectors to supervise and do a lot of certain things in reference to that.
The government describes the initiative as part of a broader diversification strategy to boost non-energy exports, with targets of US $2 billion in new exports within 2 years and US $5 billion over 5 years. Ferguson expressed caution about the potential for monopolizing exports.
The only two things we will have a problem is that we hope that the people who want to export the scrap must allow to export the scrap. It must not have one only player alone in Trinidad. We must allow the people who want to export scrap, export it. They will be able to take all the scrap that they have in Trinidad because of the furnace that they have, and it will allow them to take every single thing that we have in Trinidad.
Meanwhile, president of the Steelworkers Union of Trinidad and Tobago, Timothy Bailey, said his organization welcomed the restart of the Point Lisa steel plant. He added that former steelworkers already have the expertise to take on the new challenge after the closure of ArcelorMittal in 2016. Trade, Investment and Tourism Minister Satya Karma Maharaj said the deal will benefit the common man, in this case the scrap iron collector and dealer. Maharaj also pledged to support manufacturers through preferential procurement and protection against cheaper imports. He made the statement while speaking at the private sector organization of TNT's Road to Transformation meeting in San Fernando earlier this week.
Pennywise Cosmetics Limited has expanded its reach with a new 35,000 square foot plaza located in Trin City. This is Pennywise's third plaza, which has added 170 jobs and marks another milestone for the local store network, which has 11 stores across the country. Melissa Wong has this report.
Government ministers and members of the business community were present on Friday to support the grand opening of the new Pennywise Plaza in Trin City. Pennywise Managing Director and CEO Dalvi Pallady says the world economy is facing challenges, pointing to the Strait of Hormuz and the cost to source goods. Mr. Pallady says he is aware of the struggles of customers who have to make ends meet, and also highlighted the red tape that still exists for businesses in TNT. Meanwhile, Minister of Finance Devendranath Tanku says the opening of the new plaza demonstrates the business community has confidence in the economy.
Well, I think that the opening of this store here by Pennywise is a signal to the rest of the country that there's confidence in the economy of Trinidad and Tobago, there's a confidence in the policies of the government, and that things are starting to look much, much better. We're not where we want to be yet, but we are getting there.
Arima Mayor Balaram Maharaj congratulated the owner of Pennywise Cosmetics Limited for having confidence and trust in the economy despite ongoing global risks.
Here it is that he took a chance. He took a chance in a declining economy, facing serious depression.
Yeah.
If you don't do this, like what he did, find a way, find cheap goods, and let it be like myself, we are in wholesale.
Yeah,
so we have to find ways to make church people money in order that they could survive, to mind the children and the family.
Pennywise Cosmetics Limited first opened its doors in 1984 in Arima, one of the largest retail stores in TNT. Pennywise, which offers health and beauty products, has expanded to several areas across the country, including Chaguanas, San Fernando, Port of Spain, Trin City, and Laramie. The family-run business was started by the late Mr. Lal Pallady. Melissa Wong, I.A.N. News.
Friends and family of Cheyenne Ruiz, who was killed during a dispute over money she was reportedly owed, have been struggling to come to terms with her loss. Her sister is calling for justice to be served, ensuring that those responsible for her death get what they deserve. More in this report.
Dispute over an unpaid debt has ended in tragedy after 25-year-old Cheyenne Ruiz was fatally stabbed at a residence in Edinburgh 500 South, Chaguanas, on Wednesday evening. Police say Ruiz went to the home of her former boyfriend around 5:30 p.m. to collect approximately $4,500 she claimed was owed to her.
The gentleman told her to come for her money. They were in communication where she asked for her money. You know, he told her, well, she could come and get it, but she wouldn't get all. You know, and just to be safe, she went with another person, you know, because she wasn't sure how safe it would have been, and then this come and happen.
Investigators believe an argument broke out between the two before another woman allegedly became involved and stabbed Ruiz several times, hitting her in the face and upper body. Despite this loss, relatives say they will remember her full of joy and life.
Cheyenne was a very outgoing, outspoken, joyous, fun, down-to-earth, out there person. This is a devastating loss.
Several CCTV cameras were identified in the area and are expected to assist in the investigation. Investigations are continuing.
And police have destroyed a cannabis field with an estimated street value of more than $2 million during an anti-crime operation in Moruga. The intelligence-led exercise was carried out on Thursday by officers of the Interagency Task Force and the K9 units between 10 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. Acting on intelligence, officers searched a forested area in Rock River Village, Moruga, where they discovered a trail leading to a large cannabis field. Police also found a makeshift camp equipped with items believed to have been used for the cultivation of cannabis. Approximately 1,800 cannabis trees were destroyed during the operation. Police estimate the crop had a street value of approximately $2.43 billion, and the makeshift camp was also dismantled and destroyed. The operation was sanctioned by Deputy Commissioner of Police Suzette Martin. Police say intelligence-led operations targeting illegal drug cultivation will continue as part of ongoing efforts to disrupt criminal activity across the country. And it's now time for a look at sports. James tells what's happening.
Well, coming from Moruga with your Sportcast, it's more good news for TNT, and well, I'm going to keep you waiting. Stick around after the break.
We'll be right back.
Every weekday at 7 p.m., the news goes live on the I.A.N network. Watch us on our available providers with more coming soon. Also available on YouTube and Facebook. The news you have been waiting for is now here.
Fair and Square, conveniently located near the Endeavour Chaguanas flyover. Shop now for all back-to-school and vacation essentials. We carry the widest variety at the best prices. Discover incredible value and a shopping experience that's fast, easy, and affordable. Fair and Square, your one-stop shop for all your household needs with safe and convenient parking. Any and everything all under one roof.
I.A.N offers over 25 years of experience, are retinal specialist and the latest cutting-edge equipment. We handle diagnostic and surgical needs for retinal, cataract, glaucoma, pediatric and diabetic eye care. Also glasses. We provide it all under one roof. Our head office is located seconds off the Freeport flyover. Branches also in North, South and Tobago. Call 349 eyes for more information. Payment plans are available. I.A.N, taking eye care into the future.
Whether it's 1, 2, or a truckload of tires,
we've got the perfect tire for every application, ensuring you're ready for any road ahead.
Passenger SUV 4x4, heavy or light truck, you name it, we've got the tire that suits your ride perfectly.
From forklifts to industrial giants, construction, vehicles, and agricultural workhorses.
We've got the right tire for every job you tackle. Brandtech, your one-stop solution for all your tire needs.
Ready for a home makeover? Head to Felicity Furniture and Appliances, where style, comfort, and savings come together. Luxurious sofas, elegant dining sets, beds, stoves, freezers, and more. Visit us at Lot 10B, Pierre Road, Felicity, Chaguanas.
Thinking of giving your home that modern finish? Then visit ABC Bar Doors and Windows. We are the largest supplier of hardwood finishing goods. Get kitchen and pool tiles, faucets, doors, windows, sinks, and so much more. Come in or give us a call. ABC Bar Doors and Windows, always a better choice.
Struggling to lose weight despite your efforts? Feeling tired after meals or dealing with stubborn belly fat? It may not just be your diet. Your blood sugar could be the issue. Spikes can lead to fat storage, low energy, and higher cholesterol. Berberine Plus, with berberine, bitter melon, and banaba leaf, helps support healthy glucose metabolism so your body works more efficiently. Take control and feel the difference in 90 days. Available at Pennywise and leading pharmacies nationwide.
We're back with the news on the I.A.N network.
All get ready to be emancipated from discontent as it's a bling-bling start as a Dream Commonwealth Games debut for TNT's Shaniqua Bascom as the young sprinter captured silver in the women's 200 meter in Glasgow, claiming a first Commonwealth Games medal with a superb run of 22.35 seconds. Bascom produced a composed and powerful performance to finish second behind British Virgin Islands star Adesha Hodge, who struck gold in 22.07.
Elaine Thompson-Hera from the Games record list. Shaniqua Bascom of Trinidad and Tobago goes in lane 5. She won her semi-final. And they are away this time. The athletes will power around the bend and try and convert all the speed they've built up over the first 100 metres into the home straight. Adesha Hodge looking good, but not miles ahead of the other athletes. Bascom of Trinidad and Tobago matching her through the first 100 metres. Adesha Hodge into the last 50. Working hard here, Adesha Hodge. She's going to work all the way to the line. 22.07 for Adesha Hodge. Not looking as fresh as yesterday, but who cares? It's a gold medal for the British Virgin Islands. This young woman at the age of 20 has just picked up her major title, first major title of her career. And look at this from Shaniqua Bascom. She can hardly believe what she managed to do there. It was a brilliant bend from Bascom to stay on terms with Hodge. It was Alana Reid who came through for third place, but Bascom looks in total shock.
Oh, let's go Team TNT, and I tell you what, it's a near miss as Olympic champion Keyshawn Walcott narrowly missed the podium in the men's javelin final at the Games, finishing 6th with a best throw of 82.55 meters. Well, look at him in slow motion as Walcott remained in contention throughout a high-quality competition, but was unable to produce the big throw needed to challenge for a medal. Well, that man, Sri Lanka's Romesh Taranga Pattaraj, claimed gold with a championship-winning effort of 89.75 meters. That's a monster throw. While India's Neeraj Chopra secured silver with a season's best 85.83. The winning throw, by the way, was a personal best ahead of compatriot Vashveer Singh, who earned bronze with a personal best of 85.41. Despite missing out on a medal, Walcott once again showed he can compete with the world's elite in a stacked international field. We'll get them next time. Well, I tell you what, now we move on to TNT's Jareem Richards, who will be looking for another major medal opportunity when the 400-meter final takes place tomorrow in the Commonwealth Games. Well, Jareem booked his place in the final after a commanding performance in the semi-finals, continuing the form that has made him one of the world's premier one-lap runners. The 31-year-old enters the final as the reigning Commonwealth 200-meter champion and the defending CAC Games 400-meter champion, having won that title in San Salvador in 2023.
Hi people, we make it through to the final, second fastest time going in. We're feeling good, we're feeling confident and ready to bring it home. Finals will be on the 1st of August. Stay tuned, Team TTU, all the way on the journey to gold, Commonwealth Games 2026. Let's go!
I feel like winning already. I'll tell you what, don't blink or you might miss it. A historic podium moment for TNT on the cycling track in Glasgow. And as we told you last evening, Nicholas Paul, Kwesi Brong and Zion Polito powered their way to a bronze medal in the men's team sprint, delivering TTO's Commonwealth Games cycling medal. The trio produced a composed performance against some of the Commonwealth's best cycling nations and reflected on their achievements.
Unfortunately, it didn't happen, but we were just really happy that we were able to bring the medal home for Trinidad. I have Karen tomorrow and sprint on Saturday.
At the end of the day, it's a bronze medal and we're really happy with the effort.
It's my first Commonwealth medal, so it's very, very nice for me. I've always wanted to push team sprint and medal in team sprint, so I want to thank these boys for going out there and just putting down a phenomenal ride. In the finals, we definitely was going to try to go for a personal best again. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, but we were just really happy that we were able to bring the medal home for Trinidad. I have Karen tomorrow and sprint on Saturday. Nicholas has the same event as well, and Kilo on Sunday.
Just want to tell Trinidad and Tobago thanks for all the love and support, and we'll continue repping the red, white and black every day as we compete.
And just a quick update, just a short while ago, Nicholas Paul finished 4th in the men's carrying, just missing out on medals, but he's still got more events to go. Well, talking about more, I've got more medals in the bag as this country added 2 more swimming medals at the games, the CAC Games in Santo Domingo, with Dylan Carter taking bronze in the men's 100-meter butterfly and Liam Carrington claiming silver in the men's 50-meter backstroke. The teenager also set a new Trinidad and Tobago 15-17 national record. Carter said he was pleased to reach the podium and focused on executing his race under pressure, while Carrington described the national record as a major milestone and a sign that his hard work is paying off.
Proud of myself coming into the race, had high expectations, met my goals, a new 15-17 age group record. Real proud, go to repping TTO and want to move forward.
Just grateful to pull a medal for Team TTO today. I came into this meet trying to be grateful for an opportunity. I'm 30 years old to be here with the team. Every day I'm grateful to be able to get on the blocks in good health and compete and continue to compete. So I'm happy to be able to bring this home for the team. And it's been a challenging year, I think, health-wise. So to have something to leave with, I'm very, very happy for. And we build towards next year and, only better to come.
Under the words of David Michael Rudder, it's time to rally around the West Indies, who will be chasing a series-clinching victory when the second test against Pakistan bowls off on Sunday at the historic Queen's Park Oval in Port of Spain. Ruston Chase side holds a 1-0 lead after a commanding 90-run win in the opening test, with Jaden Seals, you might remember, and Justin Graves both starred with 5-wicket hauls.
Yeah, we're very confident. We're exactly where we wanted to be. After having the year last year, we sat down, we planned and said that this is where we want to be. And as I said, we're exactly where we want to be. We want love up, so we want to just come into this second test, not take anything for granted, just go through the processes that we've sit down and talk about, the plans that we've talked about. We want to come and execute them to the best of our ability and look to get that second victory.
All-Caribbean side is unbeaten at home in Test cricket this year and has not lost a test at the Queen's Park Oval in its last 6 matches. A victory on Sunday would give the Windies its first Test home series win over Pakistan since 2000 and a consecutive Test series victory for the first time since 2022.
Yeah, this wicket is a lot bare. It doesn't have any grass like the Brian Lara facility. So I think it may offer a bit of spin, but I had a chat with the groundsman. They said they don't think it may spin as big as we expect. So I think closer to the day of the game, we'll come up with that combination.
All right, time to point fingers as a growing power struggle is developing at the top of world football. And CONCACAF and its 41 member associations, including TNT, have rejected a proposal from FIFA President Gianni Infantino to create FIFA Forward Enterprise and sell interest in the FIFA World Cup to private investors. Well, CONCACAF says it has concerns over the lack of transparency, the short timeline for approval, and whether proper FIFA governance procedures were followed. The move comes amid reports that UEFA has threatened a boycott of the 2026 FIFA World Cup draw if the proposal advances without greater consultation. CONCACAF says football's future must remain in the hands of the football family, calling for increased use of FIFA's existing reserves to support development programs. And if you're a football fan, an Italian football fan, or all of the above, football is certainly mourning the loss of one of its greatest defenders. Well, that's because Franco Baresi, the legendary AC Milan captain and Italy World Cup winner, has died at the age of 66. Baresi, considered one of the greatest defenders of his generation, spent his entire 20-year career with Milan, making 719 appearances, captaining the club for 15 seasons, winning 6 Serie A titles and 3 European Cups, Champions League. Widely regarded as one of the finest defenders in football history, Baresi has earned 81 caps for Italy and was part of the squad that lifted the 1982 FIFA World Cup. AC Milan says his example and integrity will remain forever etched in the club's DNA, with his iconic number 6 shirt already retired in his honor. And now that I've emancipated you from, well, discontent with your sports, I put you on to Keisha Marie, who is coming up next, and wish you a happy Independence Day from us at the Sport Department. For the team, I'm James Saunders. I'll catch you later.
We'll be right back.
Have a 30 or 60-minute television show? Don't let your message go unheard. Whether it's religion, sports, health, food, or human interest, there's never been a better time to get your program on television. Join Trinidad and Tobago's newest TV network, the I.A.N. network, where real content, real matters, and real people connect with audiences every day. Prime airtime is filling fast. Secure your weekly broadcast today and put your brand, ministry, business, or message in front of viewers across the nation. Call now to book your airtime. Share your story. Build your audience. Inspire a nation. The I.A.N. network. Your platform starts here.
Fair and Square, conveniently located near the Endeavour Chaguanas flyover. Shop now for all back-to-school and vacation essentials. We carry the widest variety at the best prices. Discover incredible value and a shopping experience that's fast, easy, and affordable. Fair and Square, your one-stop shop for all your household needs with safe and convenient parking. Any and everything all under one roof.
Big savings and new arrivals at Grade 1 PVC Ceiling. PVC panels $25, heat barrier tiles $7, WPC panels $32, and marble sheets $180. Day Bay, Tunapuna, Warren Road, Tobago, and our new location at Sangre Grande. Shop today before it's gone.
WellKid multivitamins are great tasting, supports rapid development, contributes to strong bones, includes vitamins A, C, D, and so much more. Be a super kid. Trust the WellKid range.
Your dream home starts at Advertise Marketing Home Improvement Center. Whether you're building, renovating, or upgrading, we have everything you need. From stylish home decor, kitchenware, vanities, bed and bath essentials, outdoor furniture and mini appliances, to premium wrought iron products. Shop security steel doors, PVC and aluminum windows, zinc, RHS, stainless steel items, and custom enclosures. Visit us at Old Southern Main Road, Freeport, or our branches in Aranguez and SS Erin Road, Day Bay.
Taj Diamond is redefining luxury living in Georgetown, Guyana. This upscale community is rapidly emerging as the country's next crown jewel, located in one of the region's fastest-growing and most sought-after destinations. Perfectly positioned along the New Heroes Highway and the newly completed Busby Dam Road, Taj Diamond offers the ideal combination of convenience, connectivity, and prestige. And now, the vision is becoming reality. Construction is underway and progressing exceptionally well. From foundation to finish, every detail reflects superior craftsmanship, modern design, and exceptional quality, delivering unmatched value. Choose from stunning 3-story residences starting at just $499,000. Select from spacious 3, 4, and 5-bedroom homes offering up to 2,350 square feet of beautifully designed living space. Each residence features premium finishes, chef-inspired kitchens, elegant contemporary bathrooms, and private 2-car garages. Enjoy flexible payment plans, up to 50% in-house financing up to 10 years, and an optional leaseback income program designed to help maximize your returns. Developed by an internationally experienced team of licensed architects and engineers with more than 50 years of expertise and over 6,000 homes completed worldwide. Now is the perfect time to secure your place in this exceptional community before completion. To explore all developments, visit us today.
We're back with the news on the I.A.N. network.
Welcome back, everyone. Digicel sees an upgrade. This and more in your business roundup.
Digicel is boasting an improved financial position after global ratings agency Fitch raised its long-term credit rating from B to B+. Its outlook remains stable. The upgraded rating means lenders see the company as being in a stronger position to repay its debts. Fitch also upgraded the ratings on some of Digicel's loans and bonds. The agency said the decision was based on Digicel's stronger financial performance, lower debt, and steady cash flow. It also pointed to the company's leading position in the Caribbean, where it operates in 25 markets. Fitch noted that Digicel made a voluntary US $100 million debt payment in April, showing its commitment to reducing what it owes. It also said the company has no major debt repayments due until 2032 and has access to a US $200 million credit facility if needed. The ratings agency expects Digicel's debt to continue falling over the next year. It says that should allow Digicel to continue investing in its mobile network, broadband services, and other products. Group Chief Financial Officer Leopoldo Gutierrez said the upgrade reflects the company's efforts to reduce debt, improve cash flow, and strengthen its finances. Republic Financial Holdings Limited has reported a modest increase in profit for the first 9 months of the 2026 financial year. The group says profit attributable to shareholders reached $1.52 billion for the 9 months ended June 30th, up $24 million or 1.6% compared with the same period last year. The company says the results reflect the resilience of its diversified business model despite challenging economic conditions across the region. Republic's balance sheet reported its unaudited financial statements also strengthened during the period. Republic Holdings assets reach $134.6 billion. Total assets increased to $134.6 billion, while loans and advances rose to $77.4 billion. Customer deposits climbed to $112 billion, and shareholders' equity increased to $17.4 billion, providing what the company described as a strong capital base to support future growth. The board has declared an interim quarterly dividend of $1 per share, unchanged from last year. The dividend will be paid on August 28th to shareholders on record as of August 14th. Chairman Yashmidi Karamath said the operating environment continued to be affected by global trade tensions, inflationary pressures, and uneven economic activity across the territories where the group operates. He said Republic remains focused on disciplined risk management, maintaining strong capital and liquidity, and executing its long-term strategy. The company also highlighted continued investment in technology, including expanded digital customer onboarding across most subsidiaries. Republic said these initiatives are improving customer service and improving operational efficiency while positioning the group for sustainable long-term growth.
The Commission of Inquiry to prove the MV Burima tragedy almost 2 weeks ago has been sworn in. We explore this and more in our regional roundup with Celine Bansilal.
Guyana has sworn in a 5-member commission of inquiry to investigate the sinking of the MV Burima. The maritime disaster is believed to have claimed more than 100 lives when it sank on July 18th. President Irfan Ali attended the swearing-in ceremony before Chief Justice Judy Lachman. Ali has described the commission as independent and impartial. He said the inquiry is intended to establish the cause of the tragedy and recommendations to prevent a similar incident. The MV Burima was carrying an estimated 179 passengers and crew when it sank. 72 bodies have been recovered thus far, and about 30 people remain missing. the vessel's captain, chief mate, and the Transport and Harbours Department's goods superintendent have been charged with murder. Prime Minister Mark Phillips, however, said he does not believe there was any deliberate intent to kill those on board. The commission is chaired by Belizean Justice Godfrey Phillips-Smith and includes regional and international maritime and legal experts. Over in Haiti, the first round of presidential and legislative elections will be held on December 13th. It marks the country's first national vote since 2016. The elections follow years of political instability after the assassination of President Jovenel Moïse in July 2021. A presidential runoff along with local government elections is scheduled for February 21st, 2027. Final results are expected by March 7th, with successful candidates due to take office 5 days later. The first round will also include a referendum on proposed constitutional reforms. The CARICOM's Eminent Persons Group welcomed the publication of the electoral calendar, which replaces an earlier timetable that was withdrawn while the government revised the country's electoral framework. And over in Jamaica, Jamaica has issued its first casino operator's license. It paves the way for casino gaming to begin at the Princess Grand Jamaica Resort in Green Island, Hanover, and other establishments. The Casino Gaming Commission granted the license to Adams Grand Casino Limited, marking the launch of the country's regulated casino gaming industry. The license follows a thorough review of the operations and finances under the company's Casino Gaming Act. Finance Minister Fivell Williams said the approval reflects Jamaica's efforts to attract international investment while maintaining strict regulatory oversight. She said the Princess development is expected to create hundreds of temporary and permanent jobs, expand the country's tourism product, and generate opportunities for local businesses. CGC Chairman Ryan Reid described the license as a milestone for both the gaming industry and the wider economy. Under Jamaican law, casino gaming is permitted only within approval large-scale integrated resort developments. And that was your regional roundup. Celine Bansilal, I.A.N. News.
Palestinian militant group Hamas has agreed to put down all weapons and concede a new Palestinian-led administration and conditions in a deal announced by U.S. President Donald Trump overnight. We have more of this from Melissa Wong in our international roundup ahead.
Hamas has agreed in principle to a phased disarmament plan that would pave the way for a full Israeli military withdrawal from Gaza under an internationally supervised roadmap. President Trump made the announcement overnight after talks involving the Board of Peace. Hamas later confirmed acceptance of the framework in principle. The proposed agreement calls for Hamas to surrender its weapons in stages to a new Palestinian-led administration, while an international stabilization force oversees security and verifies each phase. Israel's withdrawal will also take place in stages linked to progress on disarmament. Hamas said its commitment depends on Israel fulfilling its obligations under the plan, including ending military operations and withdrawing from Gaza. Israeli leaders have not formally accepted the proposal, and some members of the governing coalition have already voiced opposition. Tensions across the Middle East remain high after Iran launched missile and drone attacks hitting U.S. military facilities in Kuwait on Friday. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps said the strikes were in retaliation for U.S. strikes on its assets a day prior. The Pentagon confirmed that decades-old regional bases came under attack and said American and Allied air defense systems intercepted an undisclosed number of missiles and drones. Kuwait's Ministry of Defense said its air defense systems responded immediately to the attack, while the United States Central Command said it was continuing to assess the extent of any damage. Several Gulf states have appealed for restraint and have encouraged diplomacy efforts to prevent the conflict from widening. Spanish security forces are dealing with one of the largest modern mass crossings into the North African enclave of Ceuta after about 60,000 people crossed from Morocco between Thursday and Friday. Spanish officials said many migrants entered by taking advantage of reduced border controls, overwhelming security personnel. Emergency services have been deployed to provide medical care, food, and temporary shelter while immigration officers work to process those who arrived. The Spanish government has begun discussions with Morocco on restoring tighter border management. European Union officials are reportedly also monitoring the situation because Ceuta is part of the Union's external border. FIFA is facing fresh criticism after the sudden resignation of the senior advisor to the FIFA president. Former U.S. Soccer Federation President Carlos Cordero stepped down as advisor to FIFA President Gianni Infantino, saying the governing body's plans risk placing excessive demands on players, national associations, and host countries. Member associations and player representatives have also questioned whether further expansion would affect the quality of the competition and increase scheduling pressures. FIFA put the entity's value at $20 billion and promised to redistribute over $10 billion to member associations if they supported the proposal. UEFA warned it may boycott FIFA competitions if the plan proceeds, calling the move an attempt to sell the soul of football. FIFA has defended its proposal, saying expanding the tournament would create more opportunities for emerging football nations and increase the sport's global reach.
It's now time for a look at the weather.
And now for the weather. Tonight, Trinidad and Tobago will experience mostly fair conditions with a chance of isolated showers. Tomorrow, expect predominantly hot and sunny conditions despite the chance of isolated showers. At night, fair and hazy conditions will transition to partly cloudy with showers favoring the early morning. There is a low 30% chance of isolated early morning thunderstorm activity. In the event of heavy showers or thunderstorms, gusty winds are likely and street flash flooding may occur in areas so prone. Seas are moderate with waves 1.5 to 2 meters in open waters and up to 1 meter in sheltered areas. Sunrise is at 5:54 a.m. and sunset at 6:29 p.m.
And that brings us to the end of our newscast. I'm Keisha Marie Charles. On behalf of all of us here, thanks for watching and have a happy African Emancipation Weekend.